Welcome one and all back to Bullshit Creepypasta Storytime, where I tell you whimsical tales of gumdrops and rainbows that are filled with blood, and occasionally an insane little man named Tom. Unfortunately, Tom isn't going to show up in today's story. I'm sorry to report this information, but we're just going to have to suck it up and get through this story by keeping him in spirit. Remember the terrible spelling that he gave us? I do. Oh, and there's a story. So I've been fumbling around for a while looking for bad stories, and I found one, which is why we're here. It's not a very long story, and it lacks those memorable spelling errors that good old Tom had, but on the upside, I came away from this story with a strong sense of what the fuck did I just read, and this doesn't make any sense, and I hope I die. And at the end of the day, that's what's really important. And so today, on Bullshit Creepypasta Storytime, I am reading you the story called Resident Evil 4, One Chance Only. And right off the bat, you know this is going to be scary as shit, because nothing is more scary than Capcom. They cancel games for the sheer fun of it while wearing silly hats and having Ono talk to Blanca. They're a little nutty, but, you know, I'm going to read the story now. So, have you ever played Resident Evil 4? Well, Mr. Writer here has, quite a few times, but after beating it once before, once and a few are different, by the way, but after beating it once before, which is not a few, he wasn't so enthusiastic about playing it ever again. To quote him, "I think video games are pretty much trash unless they have a stronger replay value than GoldenEye 64. Resident Evil was never on that list. Period." Well, first of all, what? Why did you bring up GoldenEye? Surely there's a better comparison to be made for replayability, but you know what? You're right. Resident Evil 4 didn't have any replayability. You know, except the additional game modes like Mercenaries, or the Ada sections, and access to weapons with infinite ammo, and some of those neat costumes to wear during your next playthrough. But other than that, there was nothing! The writer may or may not be a complete twit. By the end of the story, we're gonna know. Or actually, before that we're gonna know. This gut feeling. One day, though, the writer decided that he was bored, and he looked around for a game to play. Problem was, he was messy. This must be where the story starts to get pretty scary. He generally tossed games around and never kept them in one place. Oh shit, he's unorganized. This is getting pretty spooky. He had to scour through a bunch of clothes and boxes until he found something. He was interested in something he hadn't played in a while. What did you just say? But, guess we're gonna save that scary part for later. Yay. Anyways, the game that he managed to find in the back of his closet, tucked and hidden away in a blank PS2 case, was Resident Evil 4. Ooh. He didn't really remember ever actually owning the game, let alone the case. Wait, how did you play it then? You've already said that you've played it before, but you have no recollection of ever owning the game. Alright, this story might be good after all. I think this guy's insane. But there was just the game inside the blank case, and there was no Sharpie written on a bootleg disc. Oh, there would totally be Sharpie on one of those discs. There was nothing unusual or horrifying about the game. It was actually just a normal Resident Evil 4 disc inside a blank case. We've covered this already. Move forward. So we shook it off as a random and stupid... Huh? And he put it inside the PlayStation 2. What was random and stupid, though? The blank case? The normal disc? Your story? When the game started up, it didn't show company logos or information at all. The menu had new game, load, options, and one chance. He's right. None of this is information at all. What's, options? But he thought it was weird that one chance was an option. That's what options are, considering this was an official game and extras was always there. He tried selecting it, and it just brought him to the extras menu instead. Ghosts! Or something. Assuming this was his head playing with him. And in parentheses, as is the case with any game that has something you know it never had before and pretending you're high so it's normal. What the fuck? This little story is starting to throw me for a loop here. Like, I'm sitting over here a little confused. Maybe I'm just gonna fucking pretend I'm high, and then everything will make sense. In any case, he started the game, and at first, the game started up normally. The intro video he couldn't skip. As he watched it, he began to notice things. Okay, so it didn't start normally, never mind. Like Leon looking a bit more darker than usual. There were graphical errors happening with the video, like pixels being displaced, and just general readability. The commander of all readability. I salute him. But in fact, the story continues. When the car pulled up to the first house Leon investigates, the game froze, and there was just a big black box in the middle of the screen. Scary black box, you guys! I'll go ahead and place a black box on the screen so you can witness the true horror of this situation. Younger viewers are going to want to look away from the black boxes to avoid any further mental scarring that could be caused by this fucking black box. Oh, this story's fucking nuts! Sir Writes-A-Lot reset the game, and was sort of annoyed at this stupid problem, which, I feel your pain, bro. I'm in a similar situation right now. He had bet that the game would just keep doing this, and sighed a breath of relief, assuming that this won't happen again, and he's just going crazy. What the fuck, again? You think the game is going to screw up again, so you sighed in relief, now thinking it won't happen again. And also you're going crazy. How high did you get? I mean, Christ, man, know your limits. He started the game up again, though. What a trooper. And One Chance was back to extras, which, okay. Oh, and to quote him again, see what I mean as pretending I'm high and assuming it was normal? No. No, I don't. I'm also not really sure what One Chance has to do with anything in this story so far, considering you keep not picking it, but whatever, let's keep going. He attempted to play the game again. He could skip the intro video, so he did, casually. Then he was outside the house. As he approached the house, the PS2 made a weird crunching noise. Didn't think that was a good sign. Still, it didn't bother him. Okay, I want to bring something I said earlier up again. It was that thing about him possibly being a twit. He's a twit. Another case solved. Oh, but the story is still going. Shit. He didn't care enough about this PS2 to really identify it and stop playing, so he kept the game on. Yay. Leon went inside, and the cutscene played as normal. He noticed, though, as he approached the first enemy, the enemy said something different. Captain Penn thinks he heard Los Illuminados say por ti, which great, I got to murder another language, so thank you. He knew he never said something like that. My god, will this have any significance on the overall plot? Probably not, but at this point I'm trying to hold out for something, so here's hoping. The writer shrugged off this minor issue as yet another random glitch or sound file being read. He just kept playing the game like normal. You know, I've been reading this for a little bit now, and I have no idea what the point of this is. He's probably just saving it for the last act, the big finish. Probably not, but we gotta keep hope going, you guys. Something's gonna happen. Maybe. And the next paragraph starts with, let's just cut ahead to the chainsaw scene in the game. Skipping ahead 5-ish minutes, always a good sign for a good story. There's a particular part of Resident Evil 4 that has always been a sort of staple in the game. An impasse if you don't understand the game mechanics. You know, shooting. Really technical shit like that. It's where literally all the villagers in the village keep trying to kill Leon, and you have to fight a guy with a chainsaw who will one-hit kill you. So wait, a staple of Resident Evil 4 is everyone who's not you or your lady friend who you can hide in dumpsters. They're trying to kill you? We're really knocking on all cylinders now. This game does everything! Do go on. According to the writer, it's a sort of scary part. Sort of a thrill ride. "If you know what you're doing," said the expert Resident Evil 4 player. "This guy's going to Evo and he's going to take first place." But it was not meant to be. He made the mistake of not getting any ammo for the shotgun and using it early, so he knew the game was going to be tough when he had to fight the chainsaw guy. But he managed to kill him, and he cheered himself, knowing that he did this in one life without any saves, and the story is still not going anywhere, but I'm still reading. God kill me now. The next moment, though, he made the mistake of... Wait, you suck, man. That's 2 mistakes in a row. Now Chris G is going to take the Resident Evil 4 Evo Championship belt. Way to let down your country, douche. Anyways, mistake. He made the mistake of thinking that the people with pitchforks couldn't throw them from a distance, and with a little life left, he left the house to go get a green herb to heal and got killed by a spear. Oh no, the pitchfork transformed into a spear. Calm down with all this writing, man. You're gonna scare everyone to death with all this suspense and drama and transforming objects. Next, it showed the game over screen, but the screen flashed black and remained black forever. Forever and ever. He sat there and watched it to make sure, for all eternity. He tried resetting the game, which, so much for forever. He tried putting it in other people's PS2s. That's pretty kinky. I like where this is going. He tried externally extracting it and reburning it. Alright? He tried 5 PS2s, a PS3, and dumping the image and everything. Apparently, the solution of buy a new game never came up. If only there were stores that sold video games. Me and my crazy dreams again. Someday. And the game never worked on anything ever again. Ever again. Anything ever. Never ever. And now, some words of advice from the writer. If you ever get a Resident Evil 4 game and Leon doesn't have any visible eyes on the game disc cover, never, ever try to play it. Wait, what do you mean if Leon doesn't have any visible eyes? You didn't say a goddamn thing about that in the story. Oh, and then this. He was told that the Resident Evil 4 he had in his possession was the first Resident Evil 4 made by Capcom, which is complete horseshit. I'll explain that in a sec. But the story just ends right there. That's it. This is the big fucking conclusion to the non-existent plot and problem with the story, and this author's a prick. So I've taken many shots at the story while reading it, so you guys should have a pretty good idea of everything that's wrong with it, but let's go ahead and summarize. First problem is, there is no story. Where's the plot? Where's the evil, spooky ghost that's supposed to fly out of your PS2 and kill you, or possess you, or turn you into Tom? Some might think it's good that it didn't sink to that level, but Christ, if it did sink that low, at the very least, there would be some reason for this story to exist. And you know what? This first problem is the biggest problem to the story. Sure, there are some inconsistencies here, there, everywhere, but the big issue is that there's no point to any of this. What happened? Oh no, scary black square. Oh no, transforming pitchforks. Oh no, I'm making shit up on the fly. Oh no, I'm incredibly high. Oh, no wait, I'm pretending to be incredibly high. Instead of Resident Evil 4 One Chance Only, it should be called Resident Evil 4 Minor Inconveniences. And what of the One Chance Only thing? What the fuck is that? That's brought up as a game mode, but you don't even fucking play it. You play the game as normal, so why even bring it up? Hell, why name your lame-ass story after it? This whole thing it's just dumb and pointless, and not dumb and pointless in the fun way where there's all these spelling errors and it's fun to read. It's pointless in the, oh shit, I just wasted, like, this is going on 14 minutes now, pointless. And that's the worst kind of pointless. Oh, and as far as the last sentence is concerned, you were told that this was the real first Resident Evil 4 made by Capcom. And I know for a fact that's bullshit, because back in 2010, I did a Gaming Mysteries on the real first Resident Evil 4 made by Capcom. 'Twas not the game you were playing. Hell, as far as I'm concerned, you were just sitting with your head placed into a pillow, screaming and pretending to play Resident Evil 4. And that, my friends, is a more compelling tale than the one I've just told you today. This has been Bullshit Creepypasta Storytime. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, and welcome back to End Slate, where I tell you about the slating of your ends and other life mysteries. You know how it goes. Now, Grandpa Yuriofwind isn't feeling so well, so I'm not gonna have this be as drawn out as every other fucking End Slate I do. But next time, I'm probably gonna do that. So keep your heads up, guys. Let's get into the whatever the fuck I do. 2 videos up top. What's going on here? Okay, well, one of the videos, and usually I would recommend, the last video I did was, but I'll do that on a different video. I'm going to recommend videos that are pertinent to this. So first is my gaming mysteries on Resident Evil 4, the original version of it that got scrapped. Did that back in 2010. Mentioned it in the video. In case you haven't seen that, it's right there. And aside from that, on the other side of the screen, we have a link to one of my videos for my Let's Play of Resident Evil 4 on my gameplay channel, which is Yuriofwind Gameplay. I plan on restarting that particular playthrough pretty soon here. Hopefully I'll be able to upgrade my internet and be able to upload videos a lot faster. I've been running into some issues with the large fucking video files and the whatnot. But yeah, those 2 videos I want to recommend. And as far as the story was concerned, it was terrible. But as far as the bottom of the screen, as far as the bottom of the screen is concerned, if you like the video and you would like to subscribe, you can subscribe. If you don't, then you don't. If you want to like the video, then you may like the video, and if you do not want to, then you do not have to. I think everyone knows the drill by now. But I gotta keep mentioning it, because it wouldn't be End Slate if I didn't. So, we're gonna end the End Slate now. I know, it's pretty short, but there's always next time. Huh? I'll be back. In like, what? A week and a half? Something like that, I don't know. Later, guys.